Every corner of the Deadfire babbles of the devastation from Magran's teeth. And Aothis marches on Ukaizo while I juggle armloads of enemies. This is no coincidence. Nagati is testing me, I say. If I am not, then Nagati will close her jaws around me. I will live to taunt her and keep my people safe. If you have spent any time in the Deadfire at all, the myth of lost Ukaizo can be no mystery. Akira, they say that anyone who saw Ukaizo would suffer to be apart from it. They say the beaches of Ukaizo spanned impossible horizons, and its towers graced the light of distant stars. At night, I even... but it is nothing. For what do the tribes not fight each other? For what are we united if not to take back lost Ukaizo?
If Ukaizo exists, even your own people doubt the legends. An ancient city greater than Neketaka, brimming with luminous Adra, and all built by the Huana thousands of years ago.
It is a good thing our ships are pushed by wind, not certainty. My people will grasp for the unknown if it means standing against yours. Under Wodika's gaze do we keep order. Atop Nagati's seas are we tested. From Ikuhu's bowels do we carry wisdom back to the tribe.
You sure that's wisdom?
Revelation comes from unlikely places, soldier. I say you should have learned this on the battlefield. The gods want this for us, I say. We have come this far to restore order and earn back our empire. You have thoughts, soldier?
Valia came here to make some coin. Rauatai followed to catch up with Valia. Now the Huana are scrambling to catch up to Rauatai. It'd be funny if it wasn't gonna get so many good people killed.
Anyone who stands in our way is a wave to be crested. Your superiors should know this already. So, Watcher, do we unite and sail for Ukaizo? I hope we don't stand around wasting each other's time. Busy yourself making up your mind. I will make preparations to launch an advance force, with or without you.
Sails unfurled and sword held high, to battle for glory and Rauatai.
Faithfully done, Emiani. Report to Wakoyo Nui when your hands and your temper have healed.
That's the last time I ship out with some soft-handed runt. don't mind me asking, but how do you get your shirts on in the morning? I guess so. You in the market for some supplies, friend? Because I'm from Rawatai. Or, to be more specific, my ancestral home's been part of the Empire for decades. Few generations now. The usual way, I guess. Their soldiers beat ours. I guess it used to. When I was younger, I grew up hearing stories of the time before from my grandparents. But they were children themselves when Rawatai took over. Some wax romantic about the old days. Anyways, I'm just trying to make a living. That's why I'm here, after all. I don't know. I never known anything else. We've got the Rawataians' fancy new irrigation canals now, and the roads have gotten better. The ones leading into Tekoa, anyhow. Funny thing is, the further you go on them, the nicer everything gets, and the more it all looks like this. That's a better subject. I've got all sorts of goods and supplies. Take a look before you head back out. Take a look.
Happily.
Looking for a pistol or an arquebus? Rawatai makes the finest guns in Aora, and I make the finest guns in Rawatai. Craftsmanship. If you ask my superiors at Imperial Command, they'll tell you our main exports are saltpeter and metal. Those are just things. They're prized because of what we do with them. Rawataian industry is about discipline, precision, mastery of a careful art. Those qualities guide all that we build.
Leave. No Valian spy is coming through on my watch.
I'm a merchant. I have business inside.
You want to see our walls, our cannons, our powder house. You must think I'm an idiot.
Ak, you got one thing right. The Royal Deadfire Company is a trading company, is it not? And you are on Kahanga soil. You cannot turn me away.
The Brass Citadel and the Royal Deadfire Company operate under the auspices of the Ranga Nui of Rawatai. We answer to him, not to you. And certainly not to some tribal queen of Nekataka. Oh, you're one of those. These Valians are always sending their spies to snoop around, and I won't have it.
And these Rawataians think they own anything they stack 2 stones on top of. I am here to conduct business, not engage in petty power struggles.
What? She's up to no good, I know it. You may pass. Just stay out of trouble. Understand?
Aggressima, my friend.
Why does your Ranga carve his name into a rock?
The Ranga Nui, and it's a commemoration to show what he built.
Oh. Then did your Raparo also write their names on other stones? For what do you squawk and gloat over a heap of stones? Akira, you Rawataians are strange cousins indeed.
The Brass Citadel is a marvel of modern engineering. With the gates barred and the cannons primed, it can withstand any attack and weather any storm. Surely you can see what a fine stronghold this is. We transformed a rocky cove into the best defended harbor in Nekataka. Such achievements must be celebrated.
This rocky cove was once a prized fishing spot for the Raparo. These Rawataians act as if every bare islet is merely awaiting a fort or a farm. They cannot look at anything without planning to change it.
To strive is to survive. Those who would achieve greatness must make the world a better, more ordered place than they found it.
Why change the world when you can learn to live in it the way it is? This is what my people have done for thousands of years. Must we sacrifice the needs of the few to the whims of the many, then? Akira, nothing invigorates like a good discussion. Thank you for indulging us.
Indeed.
Failures, women. Water trembled. The pirates sighed and wept. Once stood bold, the Hazanui. She raised the banner for all. Mighty winds sent us north to the shores of Rawatai, till our 5 ships bore us out to Deadfire once again.
Of course.
By the kitchen.
They weren't that bad.
Rhyming Hazanui with kablooey?
I can't think of anything else that goes with Hazanui.
Me neither. That's why I leave epics to the lore college.
Criticism.
Watcher Nui, the hero of Hasongo. I'm pleased you've taken me up on my invitation. Nekataka is full of boastful tongues and bold claims, but none have accomplished what you managed at Hasongo. I am Atsura, Grand Secretary of the Royal Deadfire Company. Rawatai has long maintained trade interests in the region. While our homeland is rich in saltpeter, the violent climate and rocky soils make it a poor source for most other basic staples. It's my business to look after the mainland's interests here. That is a Valian frivolity. Leave it to them to observe a substance that occurs nowhere else on Aora, and immediately set about pulverizing it for profit.
And leave it to a Rawatayan to ignore the dozens of other uses Valian animancers have discovered for luminous Adra just in the last few years.
I do not think in years, Aimika. I think in centuries. Yet the Valians toy with luminous Adra like a child who has discovered her mother's pistol. Nothing. We know too little about luminous Adra to understand the consequences of ripping it out. Your recent adventure at Poko Kahara has illuminated a curious link between luminous Adra and the weather. We'd long suspected something unnatural was behind the storms, but we had little evidence. Because catastrophic storms have long made Rawatai a difficult land to inhabit. If the storms that assail Rawatai have a similarly unnatural origin, then perhaps they too can be stopped. And if that's the case, then there's more work to be done. Work that you might be able to help with. After all, somebody has to keep the peace in these tumultuous times, no? In any case, Hazanui Karu has a matter that could use your help. Her office is on the main floor behind the large double doors. It's most conspicuous. It's a trading post, of course. Anything worth building is worth protecting. How do you mean that? It comes from years of practice. It's the only way I've learned to beat Karanui at Azatoa. Indeed. I hope we return victorious.
It's done in any case. I'll leave you to decide what victory means.
I'm certain Harama would agree. He's well, after all, thanks to your decisive action. Twaha reports success and sends her thanks for your swift intervention. You have aided your countrymen with distinction. There is no higher honor to which a trencher may ascribe. But what of your own assignment?
Nothing that a mountain of bronze Oas won't cure.
Rauatai values your service, as do I. And I can think of no better reward for the rough country's finest sharpshooter than a piece such as this. I won't keep you. I know you both have plenty of business to attend to.
I feel like I should set the record straight. I didn't get into this business so I could shoot first in a battle that hadn't even started, you know? I know the Ranganui wants to see results, but I never thought any of us would be complicit in something like assassination. We're shooting at people with dangerous ideas, and assuming the ideas will die with them. Fishies is a good listener, but he's too dumb to offer much perspective. I could use some of yours right about now. So we keep the long-term in focus, sacrificing easy gains. You could be right. If we let this sort of thing spin out of control, it won't do us any good in the long run. If we go Atsura's way, we had better be sure that killing the right people makes a difference. Damn sure. And if we fall back on what we know, cannons, sieges, occupation, we'd better commit to fighting a moving target. We won't succeed if we don't understand the tribes. And something tells me that we aren't there yet. I'm sure the Navy would love to test their might against a challenge, even if Atsura is worried about the cost. I've got some answers.
I'd be glad to.
I ship out with some soft-handed runt.
most of the avian godlike I've met were poets and singers.
Which one do you think I am?
Oh, someone's egg rolled out of the nest.